Yo, people, we're back. We're back. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Premier League review week 2. Yeah, man. For Arsenal, it was a bit peak this weekend, so that's obviously going to be the first game we discuss. But let me introduce my man. What are you saying, Jalil?
Yeah, man. Good, blessed. Just good to be here. You know, when you support a team like Arsenal, you got to be happy for other stuff in life. And that's what I'm at. So I hope you boys are good at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, man. No, all good over here. And what are you telling me, Rash?
Yeah, man. Thanks for throwing the ball over here as well for that, Jalil, because it's true. The only thing to be happy is you have to remember that life is blessed, you know. I'm trying to say and make the most of it and be happy to be here. Alhamdulillah, you know. So when you support a team like Arsenal, you have to make sure you appreciate the small things, the things you ask for and you get, and the things that you don't even ask for and you get, just like seeing in the morning and waking up and smelling and breathing and understanding, you know what I mean? So yeah, just happy to be here, you know.
Big facts.
Yeah, man. No, definitely well said. It's crazy that Arsenal guys talking like this, but you know, in a way, it makes us appreciate. They're making us appreciate life. So yeah.
Go outside.
But let's get trust you. But anyway, people, smash the likes as you get in. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, show love. But yeah, man, let's get straight into it. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 2. I think Jalil tried to be the optimistic one on Friday. You know, he said 1-1. He went, I think, with his heart over his head. You know, me and Rash went with our heads, and I think our heads were right. Still, it could have been worse if we're being honest. We're going to get into the detail of it in terms of, you know, what Lukaku was doing to Pablo Mari and Tierney's performance, and the front three who I thought were all bad. But yeah, man, Jalil, talk to me, man. Big up Wild already in the chat saying I'm back. Big up your damn selves. Hey, man, big up to you too, man. Hope you're good, my guy. Hope you're blessed. I think you're a Chelsea fan, innit? So yeah, man. Congrats, innit? Congrats. Well, yeah, Jalil, talk to me about the game, man.
Yeah, man. It was a wild one. I'm trying to bring out the positives, but I think we should address the negatives before we get into that one. It was a disappointing game. I don't know what we needed to expect, man. I'm hurtful, man. I'm hurt, but at the end of the day, I might have to get onto Mikel today, you know, because
come on. Let's go. Come on.
In terms of, I understand we're building for the future, and we've got to be frank. Mikel might not even be here past October because we might not have a point or a goal line on the sheet by then. So he said he brought in 5 players, and they're all under 23. So I'm building for the future, but we're in disarray now. Like we're at the bottom now. Like we kind of need change right now. So I see where he's coming from, but he did say in a press conference that he has enough material and enough players right now, but we had 9 players absent due to injuries and COVID and everything. So I hear him on that. That's what I want to get onto him. Obviously, our playing style as well. Fuck it, man. I'm going to say it, man. It's not beating around the bush. Tierney was shit. It was pants. I'm going to beat around the bush, man. I'm tired of doing it, man. I'm tired of 2 goals going in and everyone defending him just because they like him, man. I actually watched the program just before this, yeah, and it was like, yeah, Tierney, but Mikel's telling him to that. Really? As a left back, really? I'm happy you spoke about it yesterday and brought in Monreal, but James was free twice. Learn from your first mistake and adapt. That left side was vacant, and you know Pablo Mari is a weak link. I like Tierney, but I want to see more. And unfortunately, I hate when I'm right about this stuff. We do not rate people who are injury prone. It's simple as that. Arsenal fans are just like, yeah, he's good though. He's going to be a leader. He's going to be a captain. How could you have a captain that's out half the season, if not more? Oh man. Yeah, Tierney for me is overrated, man. I don't want to slaughter him without everyone being here to defend him. I think Jeff needs to be.
No. Keep going,
Keep going, man. Keep going.
Let's hear it.
Can I ask a question? Do you guys see where I was coming from before? About a year ago, speaking about Tierney, and everyone was like, "You got to give him a chance and stuff." Do you guys see where I was coming from now? That I knew something like this was going to happen.
No,
Yeah, you did say about the injuries. To be fair, you have been consistent with that.
What did I say? What did I also say about his positioning in terms of left back attacking? He's up there, but what did I say about his defensive? And I want to see if you guys want to push the blame. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Go on, Rash. You start.
All right.
I just want to see. Honestly.
All right. Look, I've never really disagreed with the points you've made regarding him. When you said like he always seems to be out of place, not be in his position, struggles with defending. You know what I mean? Good going up, but you know he leaves big gaps in the back. You know, like I've never disagreed because you've mentioned it when it's been relevant. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And but at the same time, I do see his potential, but I understand about the injury-prone problem. And yeah, you did bring it up and you did say so, and it is becoming a problem. But at the same time, this might be a blessing in disguise.
What's his potential, though?
I think he's got the potential to be something big. Do you know what I'm trying to say? To be one of the best left backs in the game in the future. I think in about 2 to 3 years, if he could have a run of seasons without injury, shall we say, big injuries, then I reckon that he could reach max potential. But as long as he continues to be made out of glass and be only available 6 games, then an injury, 4 games, then an injury, 2 games, and we're not sure. Do you know what I'm trying to say? As long as he's going to be like that and be inconsistent, then it's just going to give an opportunity for Tavares to jump in and show us what he can do, because I do like what I see from Tavares. I do like when he goes forward. I do like how he defends as well. He's a smart player. He's a good baller. So it gives him the opportunity to show what he can do, and maybe he's the man that we've really been looking for.
I like the fact. Yeah. I can't lie to you. I like the fact that you addressed that defensive work as well. And that the new kid, I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not going to butcher his name, but I'm sure we're going to speak about him. I'll catch on, no way. But I like the fact that you addressed that, because most fans will be like, no, Tierney's going to come back and give you no one. We've got to be frank and we've got to be real, yeah. I'm kind of washing my hands with Partey as well. That injury prone thing is too much for me. And you've got to have known me for a long time. Come on, we played football for a long time, and we speak about football players and like all the time. And my favourite player was Wilshere. But as soon as he kept getting injury prone, I told you I wash my hands with him. I still rate him. I still like him. He's not shit. He's clearly not shit. Do you get what I'm trying to say? However, you can't go into a season with as a main left back with injury, having an injury prone player there. What world class team or what world class player has made it being injury prone?
I mean, they haven't very, very, very few. And I think the problem with Tierney now is that he's big up Jeff, by the way. Big up Jeff, man. The problem with Tierney now is that he's so injury prone, it's stalling his ability to progress and actually cover his deficiencies, which is the trouble. And so I think a lot of the point that you've made about Tierney are actually, you know, they are starting to gain more and more fruition. And I think there are not Arsenal fans yet. I think there's rival fans that are starting to say, like, come on, you Arsenal fans overrate him. But I mean, before I get to Rash, let me read out some more of the comments. Tierney is overrated, and I keep telling man he is decent, but nothing more than that. We got Otis saying I was gonna pull up. Hey, bro, we'll get you on next time, G. My bad. I should have sent it to you still. But yeah, man. Big up Hassan in the building. Hope you're good, my guy. Saying worst thing is we got City next. Yeah, man. Listen, Saturday afternoon. Let's get ready, man. Let's get ready. I know it sounds mad, but it ain't as bad as you think. Wael says Arsenal need to address the manager situation, and once you've done that, you need to look at the spine of the team. I hear that. That's a good point, because people have been saying, you know what, Gabriel, Ben White, Partey, you know, Aubameyang, Lacazette. They say that's a solid spine. It's not a bad spine, and most of those players were missing yesterday. But again, we're not going to say we missed Ben White after he's only played one game, and that game was bad. It was a bad game, so we can't. We can't go too far on saying that. But yeah, a big up Ed saying, you know, can't lie, I don't know why you still trying to go pro when there are centre backs like Pablo Mari. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Big up joysticks girls said hello. Jalil has given up on party after 1 year. Damn, I hear him though. I felt the same with Naby Keita. Yeah, man, Naby Keita's a similar example. Like he came in with so much hype, and it's been what 3-4 years, and what's he done? Not his fault, but injuries are injuries. Tierney's quality just surrounded by trash.
I hate comments. I can't lie to you. I got to address that. Can you bring that back up? I got to address that. Man.
Yeah, go on.
Like Tierney's quality, but he's surrounded by trash. If he's surrounded by trash, he's trash also. Because that's ridiculous, bro. We've seen quality players bring out the best in players. And if he's a captain, as everyone keeps saying, or if has got this good potential, then why is he not bringing out other people? Like once one goal goes in, everyone shuts their head. We ain't got no leaders on the pitch, and he's not a leader. I'll say that for free. Because this is what everyone's saying. Oh, Tierney had a bad game, but he's surrounded by trash. Or Tierney's a good player, but he's surrounded by trash. Come on, man, you've got to cut that shit out, man. I can't lie. Like Martinelli's not trash. Let's be real. There's a few people. Obviously, they're having a bad day, but I'm just trying my best to remember a good consecutive run of games where Tierney's been good. Like there's been splurts where he's been good. He hasn't had a run of games. Arsenal haven't had a run of games that have been good. However, if you pick up times when we were losing, or let's say for example, not the season just gone, the season before, and Abanian got that amount of goals, the team was playing shit, but he was still bagging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We should stop. We can't keep defending these little things, man. It's getting well annoying.
Go on, Rash. Go on.
Look. Tierney's a good player. He is a good player. He's not pants. He's not shit. He is a good player, and he's one of the best left backs in the Premier League. But because he's injury prone, it's affecting his game, and it would affect anyone's game, not being able to have a steady run of games to be able to reach a good form. So you have to always remember that as well. Like he's not pants, and there are a lot of questions around some aspects of his game, mainly when he's being caught on the attack and he has to turn. He struggles with that and being able to keep pace like that, but he's good when he's up close and being able to be a stopper when the ball comes in and put a foot in. But like he has to still be allowed to develop as well.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And have a good clear run of games. And I agree with you. He hasn't had a clear good run of games, like maybe 6 or 7 or 8 games consistently good, because he's really not fit for that amount of games. And plus, Arteta's been switching everything around every now and again and not passing over the information. So we don't even know if it's because he's injured or because he's not being favoured or something like that. But the team's all over the place as well, and I have to put it down more to the manager than the defender as well, because the way he sets up puts Tierney at a place where it's a disadvantage, because his handicap is being exposed. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you have to look to Arteta for that.
I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. I guess the last thing I'll kind of say on it, I think it showed a lot of the tackles coming from his side yesterday. And also, I remember when we were doing, we do these combined, when we're going against a big team, we do these combined teams. Remember we were doing the United, I got slaughtered for that Luke Shaw one about a year ago. Remember when Partey first came? I got slaughtered for that. Yeah,
I remember that one. Yeah, you did.
And I also got slaughtered for, I can't, he's not shit. I'm never going to say shit because I see what he's got in him. But I can't name 3 things he does great for Arsenal. I can't, because but I'll be sitting there lying. The defense this kid gets is mad, man. He's a nice guy, bro. But
so wait, all right. Let me ask you this: if we received a £30 million bid tomorrow, are you taking it?
Yeah. He's injury prone. No one's gonna pay that anyway.
Let's bring up the subject, because you know what's funny, is because the subject that you lot brought up in the group earlier on is something that I was thinking about as well, about how good Monreal really was.
Oh yeah,
in the Arsenal top.
On the rain, bro.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I saw you make a comment like after Ashley Cole, Monreal was the best. You said that, Jalil?
Left back.
Yeah. In our squad.
after Ashley Cole, Monreal was probably my second Arsenal left back. He wasn't the best, don't get me wrong, but he didn't have what we call the X factor. He wasn't special, but he did do the basics in terms of left back and attacking and getting back into position. He even did so well, they put him in centre back.
He was decent on the backside of. He was decent on the back three as well.
I think if Monreal had a little bit more strength, he would have been a really good player. A really good player.
Yeah.
It's just that he was a bit feeble. Like he used to get like done too hard. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just didn't have the strength.
He did. I don't remember him getting done.
No, I mean like when it came to strength, a battle of the strength. He never pussied out of it, but he wouldn't win.
He just didn't have the strength.
Yeah, he didn't have
It's an interesting one, but let's get Jeff in the building before we go into even more detail. But before I do that, let me read out some more comments. We've had a lot of comments. Big up everyone, and make sure to like as you're watching. YL saying Arsenal need a centre back, right back, and a centre mid and a striker. Yeah, can't disagree. Can't lie. Tierney was at fault for the second goal. No one else. Look, Congo looking good though. Martinelli ain't trash. Yeah, Martinelli starting to get a lot of corn as well. Which is not surprising. Obviously, when you big him up, that's what happens. Can we talk about the fact that Saka wasn't helping and tracking back, leaving 2-on-1 situations constantly? We are going to talk about that because Tierney was exposed, but again, it's a weird one. I agree with Jalil, to be honest. He has a point. It may be premature, but he has a point, man. But I want to hear what he thinks will solve this Arsenal problem. I don't understand why Arsenal don't try and sign Ricardo Pereira, 50 million, slap him right back, and you are laughing. Yeah, he's a quality player. Arsenal should sign Basuma, Tarkowski, and the Ajax right back, Missouri, and Ollie Watkins too. I like Watkins. I don't know if I'd take him, though. I can't lie. I don't know if I'd take Watkins, but big up KD in the building saying, goodness me. Ha, ha, ha. Listen, big up yourself, KD, yeah? But you don't know you purposely didn't receive no invite today, so enjoy yourself tonight. Enjoy yourself tonight, G. Hassan, I don't see us getting top 10, not gonna lie. Yeah, boy. Big up Ted ID in the building saying Jalil's been right about a certain fullback, to be fair. I mean, you know what? I can't lie, man. A lot of people are backing Jalil like right now.
On to me, bro. The same people, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're backing me now, but you're on to me last time. I'm not gonna lie. When I started slaughtering, I didn't slaughter his name, but I just said he wasn't good enough.
Tell them, Jalil.
But no. Sorry, nah.
I was gonna say you're turning to your people. Yo,
no. Sorry. My bad. Pick up the guy.
Yo, this guy's getting support. He's getting up to the
for no reason.
Hey, no, big up everyone in the building. Every people here. Make sure to smash a like. But yeah, Jeff, man, obviously, I feel like we've spoken about Tierney enough for the time being. I mean, what else? We had a little chat yesterday after the game. Like now you've had more time to delve into it. What do you want to talk about? Arteta, Pablo Mari, like who's what are you thinking, bro?
Well, yeah, Arteta's game plan got kind of torn to shreds in like 15 minutes, so it wasn't the best. We tried to set traps, it just didn't work. But it just goes back down to golf and I'll keep saying it. Like you can single out players if we want, like Mari, like we just know he ain't good enough. Tierney, like can say what we want about Tierney, but 2 months later it'll probably change again if he has a stretch of games. That's just the way fan shit works now, isn't it? Like if you have like a month, 6 bad games, you're shit. You have a good 8-9 games, he'll be compared to the best left back in the league again. So I know my feelings on Tierney. I think he's a good player. Like no one's gonna change my mind on it. I just feel how I feel. Everyone feels how they feel about it. It's 2 bad games though. At fault for 2 goals from over covering. But yeah, we've kind of spoken about that enough. I guess there's a few issues, man, and kind of comes back to a Cam as well for me. Like Smith Rowe is cold. Don't get me wrong, very very good, but you can't do it alone. And he has 2 fellow attacking mids on either side. Saka didn't have his best game. I said yesterday he still looks kind of jaded. Pepe, That Pepe's been the major disappointment. I know Tierney will get the blame because as he should, because he was at fault for 2 goals. But if you're 26th in your third season, you look good towards the end of the season, and then
when the games don't matter,
in games you're and then when our season's kind of solidified and we're not going anywhere, but you have all of this ability. We know he has ability, like he's good with the ball at his feet. You don't attack someone as slow as Marcos Alonso all game. Like you go past him once, I think, and you tear him to shreds, but then it's like, you know what, I've beaten him, but I don't need to do it again because I've already beaten him. Like that kind of stuff don't make no sense to me.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like
go on, Jeff. Sorry. No, I was just gonna ask, like, with the Pepe thing, do you think yesterday, would you put? Because honestly, I'll be honest, I didn't even know Cedric played yesterday.
He was really non-existent as well.
Just non-existent. So like, I feel sorry for Pepe in a way, in the sense that he's taking on 2 guys all the time. Like he's literally getting, like he's. But I hear you. Like, I with Pepe, the thing is, you watch him and you're just like, just trying to assert yourself more in the game. I know everyone else around you is crap, but just try and do a bit more.
That's my problem with him, because if you're like, you have all this ability with the ball at your feet, obviously you do need like an overlapping run sometimes to take players away. Yeah. But there was times in the game where you're thinking, bro, you're 1-on-1. Whether you do a step over and go inside or outside, just show yourself that you can go past this guy like regularly. Like the old thing about like a winger is how I was taught anyway. Like you'd watch the Giggses and stuff, and they would get 7 to 8 crosses in per game. You haven't got one in. Like you get to your guy, you turn back and pass in field. That's cowardice to me. Like if I have that ability with the ball at my feet, it's not like I'm a Beckham or something. I'm not going to take on my man. I need the half a yard. I'm going to whip it from deep. I'm an able winger. I can go either way, but I won't, because I don't know why. Like, same thing happened against Brentford. Like, you didn't take on your man, and he kind of does that a lot. Like, it's like he has to be like in the correct situation to take on your man, when it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, bro, run at your guy and go past him. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you. But don't you think that's a modern winger thing, bro? Like we said, wingers growing up, like, it felt like no matter who the winger was, if they were 1-on-1, they're taking that chance every time to take on the man. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, wingers are they run at them like they're going to do something, and then it's like, yeah, let me just come back inside and just pass it in and just keep the play going.
No, to a degree. Wait. That's Arsenal. Yeah, that's Arsenal's style wingers. It's like, if you look at the best wingers, what they are doing, when they get the ball, the defense is scared. Yeah, because they know, okay, he's going to drive down the line as close to the box as he can. He's either going to whip a good ball in, because most of the wingers in the top teams can whip a wicked ball into the box. Yeah, or they're going to cut in at the box, and then it's problems because they can all shoot as well. Yeah, or play a ball in. Yeah, but with Arsenal, with Pepe, the problem is that he's too sometimish. Yeah, we know what he can do. He knows what he can do. Instead of him grabbing the ball, doing the turn, doing what he has to do, not too many step overs, just 1 or 2 if you need be, and then go. Instead, he's grabbing the ball, taking 2 steps, cutting inside, and you're still at the halfway line. Why? You're not a midfielder like that. Stay wide. Why are you always looking to play the ball in and then grab the ball going through so you can go on to score? It's not on for you yet. Right. Be the guy that you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. Assist the striker. Get the defender down to the byline. Whip a ball in or take him on when you get there. Get into the box. Play the ball into the striker. Stop trying to be the hero. We know what you can do, but help the team out. Do you know what I mean? Because in reality, he's doing this because not just because he's a coward, he's being selfish as well. Because he wants to put the ball in the middle so he can run off and put himself in a position where he can get the glory. And I don't know if anyone's seeing that at the moment, but the type of runs that he's doing are all just they're selfish runs.
Yeah, you know what? That's a very, very interesting point about the selfish runs thing, because it seems like, so you're saying that most of the runs he's making is with a goal of I can score here if I get it.
Yeah.
Not with the one of I'm making a run where even if I don't get it, I've made space for somebody else.
That's right.
Those are selfish runs.
Or even I'm gonna pull out wide. I'm gonna pull out wide further, take this guy on so I can whip the ball in so someone else can score the goal.
Yeah,
he doesn't even want the assist.
See, I don't know if it's selfish or just a lack of IQ, or maybe a combination of both. Like it
could be both.
With his facial expressions, you can't tell.
I'll tell you what is. I'll tell you what is. Pepe is just not that guy. Since he left. What I'll say is it's kind of like. Fuck it, I'll say it. It's kind of like Sunday League. That player who could have gone pro, skillful on the wing. You're thinking, God, do I want to go up against him? I'm playing right back today. He comes up against me and I'm getting the ball off. He tries to trick me and I still get the ball. When he just gives up, I'm thinking, I'll pocket him. He's meant to pocket me all game. That's the kind of guy he is. He's skillful. He's kind of your old school winger who likes to take on man, but he just doesn't beat anyone. And any player in the Prem at the moment would want to play against Pepe. Any right back.
I'll be real. Those are the wingers that I hate. Like, there's nothing worse for me than a winger who's just skillful. You're just thinking, come on, do something, and then they just don't do anything. They're happy to nutmeg you. They're happy to nutmeg you and go home. That literally, them ones.
Pepe is Martial to me. Like they're the same.
Don't compare.
Same player.
Nah.
I don't care about ability.
Not yet. Don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. That's not fair.
I'm not talking about ability. Like ability is cool.
No,
like, there's a million players.
I know what you're saying. I know
what you're saying.
I don't like. That's one thing I don't care about, because talent doesn't mean jack shit to me. Like, what does it mean?
Martial's done more than Pepe though.
No, but he had that. Martial's in his what, 5th year, 6th year? Which one?
I think it's 6th year.
I want to say 6th.
He had a great year his first year. He had the initial moment against Liverpool where he destroyed Skull's life. He had the good first year. You've had flashes ever since. On ability, Martial, just looking at ability, he could be one of the best in the world on ability. He isn't. Why?
Yeah, he's not.
Because of your mentality. Like, you think that you throw your hands in the air, you got this moody ass face, like your life is crazy difficult. Like, bro, deliver or don't. Like, leave. Like, you're 26. Like, there's no excuse no more. Like, Pepe has the same kind of thing where you're right with the one run thing. Like, you make this one run and then you're kind of like, oh, why didn't you play it? That's not how football works, my guy. Like, you don't get the ball sometimes. You keep running. But these new kind of players, there's many players like that. I just use Martial as an example because that's the closest one I can think of. Like, they're entitled. Like, they come across as entitled players, both of them to me. Like, that's why I compare them. Like, not because of ability, because Martial is better. But again, who cares about your ability? Fuck your ability.
No, I hear you. That's a fair. But you know what? The entitled thing, I mean, that goes a lot deeper into. I mean, Ted Addy saying selfish runs. Are we analyzing the match or just analyzing tweets? I mean, to be fair, I haven't checked Twitter today to see what people are saying about Pepe. I'm sure he's holding corn. Vinicius is better than Martial. I mean, this is madness. I mean, Vinicius has literally done nothing in his career. But let's not drift onto that. Let's stay on the Arsenal. We got Duncan in the chat. Hope you're good, my guy. Saying I keep hearing that Arteta micromanages the players, but he could not micromanage the left back to get back into position. Fair point. Big up Falak in the building saying good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we all? Just an FYI, I was rooting for Arsenal. Also, how crap with United. Yeah, we'll touch on United if we get the time. Obviously, today's mainly an Arsenal therapy session. Pepe played in Saka. played a Saka for 3 versus 2 and he fluffed it. Also, Pepe was wide open and Martinelli didn't play the ball. I mean, I know the one that you're talking about where he played to Saka, and you know, like as much as it was a good pass, like some of the things we give credit to footballers for these days are just embarrassing. I mean, if my winger can't make that pass he played to Saka, then he should not be playing in the Premiership, let alone for Arsenal. But yeah, that Pepe U is the worst signing of all time. I wouldn't say that, bro. I wouldn't say that. 4 out of 4 dribbles completed for Pepe. He wasn't disposed from a single dribble attempt. I hear you.
Is that enough? Is that enough in the game?
Is that enough? That's the point.
Is that enough? That's what I'm talking about. Is the work.
I got the calculator.
Go on.
Let me get the calculator.
Big up my
5,400 seconds of
football.
Go on, say it, Jeff.
5,400 seconds of football, 4 dribbles, and we're talking about the success rate of 4 dribbles. Seriously,
it's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Man's not saying it's crap. I'm saying it's not enough.
On average, you're not finding numbers more than that. I mean, again, this is where like generally wingers nowadays do not take on and beat their opponents as much as they used to, because football is more now about keeping the ball, making sure you recycle it. It's less about taking risks. So yeah, man, like it's an interesting debate, but I don't want to act like we're getting onto Pepe too much. Like, Jalil, what are you telling me? Obviously, we've had our say. What are you saying about Pepe, man?
I think you just got to sum that up, man. I like Pepe personally. I still like Pepe. I've always liked Pepe, to be fair. He is a bit irritating. It is a bit irritating to watch when he does the stuff. But personally, I still got faith in the kid. I ain't lost faith yet. Personally, I feel like he's still got something. Once all the players come back, I like his link-up play with Smith Rowe. And yeah, I've got nothing negative to say about Pepe. It was just a bad day in the office. But Smith Rowe, I'm going to say this, though. I ain't really got nothing negative to say about the kid. This guy was just pressing, doing the business, man. It's just unfair that, you know, he had to do it all on his own, I think. And if that's someone we should be bigging up for that loss. If there's someone to give a bit of credit to, I think it could potentially be Emil Smith Rowe for me.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna touch on him in the player ratings. I thought he was all right yesterday. I thought he tried.
Positive. Positive was the word for me, man, and I like the word positive, and he was very positive for me.
Yeah, no, he was positive. He was positive for sure. 72 million to only be doing 4 dribbles. Big up Val in the building, my guy. Hope you're good, man. Saying Pepe is frustrating because he has everything in his locker.
That's right.
That's the thing,
what
man.
it is. That's what it is, Val. You feel me? That's exactly what it is. You know what he can do. You just want him to have the courage to do it and to be consistent while doing it. That's it. No one's saying that he's garbage. Yeah. He can be worth 72 million if he just gets it all out.
Wait, it's Pepe 28 soon? No way. I thought he was 26.
He's 26. He's like 27 next year, I believe.
Okay, cool. I was going to say, like, wow, if he was almost 28, then we're in trouble. If he's 28, he's 26. That's okay. I think we can work with that. But before we go into player ratings, I just wanted to share my screen quick because there's just something I don't understand about what happened yesterday. And I thought maybe, you know what, maybe you guys can help me quickly. So I want to understand. So let me know if you guys can see this, sir. It's a bit small, but yeah, I want to understand because this is what it looked like was happening to me yesterday. It looked like Saka was trying to. It looked like Saka was trying to press Azpilicueta, which left Reece James just here, and then you had Mount floating in this area, which meant Tierney kept doing this, which then left all this space. So I'm trying to ask myself, why the hell was Saka pressing Azpilicueta? Like, this is what I'm
because Arteta totally told him to.
It has to be because Saka usually tracks back. So for me, that's where people say Saka should have been tracking back. For me, Saka was told to try and press Azpilicueta. As stupid as that might be, that's what I believe happened. So that's why I can't blame Saka too much because it's like, I've been told to do a job. I'm just doing what you told me. It's just what you told me is wrong. So I don't get it, man. For me, the whole thing was weird. Like I didn't get what we were trying to do yesterday against Chelsea's three at the back. Like I didn't know where Saka was playing, to be honest. Like he was pushing up forward more than Lokonga. The whole thing was just weird to me. I can't even lie. And then this right hand side, Cedric Neville was overlapping Pepe. Havertz was doing this weird free roaming where no one picked him up the whole game. Jorginho literally was not touched. So you could have got Smith Rowe to at least try and press him, but I don't know, man. Like, are we giving? We haven't really mentioned Arteta so far. Are we giving him a pass? Because, yeah, man, I think he messed up big time yesterday. What are you man saying?
I'll kick this one off. I think he should have matched them like he did last time and when we won. There's nothing wrong with dropping your tactics a bit. I'll get onto him. You know, there's nothing wrong with changing stuff, because sometimes change is good in business. We've all experienced that ourselves. Sometimes change could be good, but he just didn't want to do it and still went with the two at the back. For me, knowing that Lukaku was going to do that hold-up play, he did it everywhere. He did it Everton, West Brom, Chelsea, United, to Inter, where he was at before this. And all they do is pass the ball into him. He holds up. He's a beast for a reason. Why not get three centre-backs? One to just stay on him. Pablo Mari, preferably not, please. Maybe not him, but you could have got Chambers, you could have got Holding, someone who just is like happy to get a bit dirty, not someone who gets dirty 30 minutes into the game and gets a yellow card for it, if you get what I'm saying. So that's what I would have done. Yeah. So for me, Mikel made a mistake. He got it wrong, and yeah, man, they just exposed him yesterday, unfortunately. Not to say he won't get it right next time, but we've got to talk about this game. Unfortunately, I don't want to give my player ratings away, but it's not going to be very good.
Yeah, I mean, let's get into the player ratings, man. Let's get into it. Like, do you know, we'll start with you, man. Leno, what are you giving him?
Four. 2 goals conceded. 5 is average. Could have gone down 2, but that save, Lukaku's header that come off the post, very well there. Lukaku's shots, Lukaku had a total of 8 or 9 shots, with majority of them being on target. So Lukaku was meant to kill us yesterday. He could have if he wanted to, but he got his goal and then he sat back. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 4.
Okay, so you're giving him a 4. Anyone really disagreeing? I thought he could have sneaked a 5.
Okay, yeah, I'm not mad at that.
I thought besides the goals, I thought he played all right.
Okay, fair. I'm happy for 5, man. I'm not gonna argue that, man. I'll just go off that. Just
I mean, we got a mix of comments in the chat. I mean, Val saying 7 for Leno, HO saying 3. Leno 4. LOL. He had a couple of saves. What the F did he do wrong? Leno 4. John, you know I hate that geezer, but 4. I mean, yeah, 4. I think is because obviously we conceded 2, and we lost the game, so. It's hard, but I would have given him a 5, and I think Jalil has said, he understands a 5 could be given. Duncan saying, no matter the Arsenal defender, Lukaku would have dealt with them the same way. That's fair. I think, but obviously, we're going to get on to what Pablo Mari did, because I genuinely think what Pablo Mari displayed yesterday is one of the most embarrassing centre-back performances I've seen in a long time. If you want to know how to play centre-back, don't watch that shit that he put forward. But yeah, Rash, Cedric.
Like you said, Cedric was non-existent. Like he looked like he didn't know what his role was. He looked like he didn't know whether he should be a defender or whether he should go in the attack, and he ended up doing nothing. When he got the ball, a lot of the time he lost the ball. He got pushed about. He got run ragged. He wasn't really part of the creation of any attacks. A couple of times I did forget who was playing in his position. Man. But at the same time, it's a weird one because I don't like Chambers in that position. You know what I'm trying to say as well at the same time, and I don't like Bellerin in that position. So what do we do? You know what I mean? I can't just say no, I don't like him, but put no one there. Someone's got to go there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he definitely needs to do a lot more because a lot of the time I forgot he was playing.
Yeah. So what are you giving him in the end?
To the invisible man, he has to get a 2. I didn't see him.
I'm not mad at that. I thought he was invisible.
I hear a 2. But I'll say this though. It was his fault for Reece James being on the side. Am I correct? They said that.
It was.
So he kind of what Rash said was completely true. He kind of got lost at, and we could argue this as well. Chelsea wasn't really playing on that side too tough. They were coming through the middle, and if they did get on that side, Cedric was never there in time. They might have just chose to go down the middle or to the left. So yeah, if you're non-existent, you can't really get a mark for even being standard because we didn't see us. So and you played the man on side. You played the
man on side.
Yeah. So normally you follow the last defender. The central defender keeps a line, and he was way up. So yeah, I hear what Rash is saying still.
Yeah, I think 2's fair. HO saying Jalil was better than Mari.
I probably am.
Forgot Cedric was on the pitch.
See,
minus 1. Cedric 4 had a difficult afternoon. Played Reece James on side. Yeah, he did. I remember the time I did a rainbow flick over Jalil's head, collected it on the other side, and not make them for the culture. Yo, this never happened. Yo, this never happened.
I know who this is. This now.
We all know who it is now.
Yo, big up my guy Dirbo saying relegation. Hey, listen, my guy. I saw you guys go 400 subscribers earlier today. Big up to you guys, man. Much love still. Make sure you go subscribe to the Near Post podcast. Yeah, man. Relegation, who knows? We'll see. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Jeff, Holden, the tough guy, the fake tough guy, Holden. Fake tough guy. Okay, no.
Probably like a 1. There was no real composure. Too many unnecessary bootings. No bravery in possession. So yeah, 1.
I'm not mad at it. I probably would have given him a 2, but I'm not mad at 1. I can't lie, because that tackle he did before half time pissed me off. Because that could have been a red. I don't know why he jumped in with so much violence. And then when Rudiger stepped to him, he quickly went back to the other side of the pitch. So yeah, well, yeah, no. No disagreements. Rob Holden 1. Everyone good with that? Yeah. All right, Jalil, Pablo Mari.
Yeah, he's got. We don't do minuses on the show. I don't think we've ever done a minus all week.
No, we can.
We can do a minus.
We can. We definitely can.
I don't want to do a minus.
We definitely can.
I'm interested in it.
I'm interested. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to give him this, but if we're going off real performance, he would have got a -4.
Okay, that's the rating. That's the rating. -4. Here we go.
I'll tell you why.
It's cold in here.
So, depending on the striker you come against, you have to adapt your play. Everyone adapts themselves. Like for me, I'm a big guy. If I'm coming up against someone smaller than me and quicker than me, I have to adapt and block him with my body, for example. Now, if I'm a striker and I'm big like Lukaku and I've got a skinny fella coming against me, surely you use your head. Yeah? You make them blocks, you get in front of him. If you can, this is the stuff you just learn from school, and I don't understand how you're not like Arteta. Well, I'm trying not to diss Arteta here, but I don't know how Arteta's not telling him that. But it is what it is. So I would have gone -4, but I'm gonna for this ratings, I'm gonna go 1 as well because don't go minus. We don't do minuses unless we. I don't know when we start today, but I don't want to start yet.
I mean, any disagreements? I personally would have given him a 0.
I would have given him a 0. He was getting done every time, like. Every single time. Like all Lukaku had to do is stick to him, throw his back into him, grab the ball, either lay it off or turn on him, and there was nothing he could do about it. Like he just had to take it all game. He didn't say, let me change something. Something ain't working here. Bro, yo, Holden, can we switch up? You take my man for the rest of the half. Let's see how that works. Or let's double up on him. Yo, Saka, we need you to drop as well. Like, talk, bruv. But you're just walking around like some donut, like you're a real defender. I don't understand what's... I can't stand this guy. Like, I don't know why we bought this guy. Yeah, because he played for the second best team in the world. You know what I'm trying to say?
Not this shit again.
No, man.
Like, I don't get it. Like, this guy is pants. Like I would have given him a 0. But well done, Jalil.
Nah, Jalil, you're a good guy, man. You're a good guy, Jalil. Still.
We ain't got the Tierney yet. You better chill.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yo, Leo said, big up my guy Leo said, I think it's a bit worrying that Chelsea didn't get more. They could have, they just didn't want to. Val saying, I reported Lukaku to Ofcom, bullied Mari on live TV. Yeah, I saw a few of those reports on Twitter still. I actually felt sorry for Mari, got past the point of cursing him. Yeah, I'm not there yet. The guy's a clown.
Bro, I just kept on going, see?
Yeah,
spent the whole day going, see?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw someone bullied like that. That was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is, man. But people, smash the likes and keep sharing your ratings with us. Tierney, Jeff.
1. And I vote for both goals. Need a bit of better variation in the crosses, I think. Like, sometimes you're just hitting it in the box. Like, I understand you're told to like crossing areas sometimes, but that's not always possible, especially against like Chelsea, who are pretty good in the air. Like, you're gonna have to cross a like hip height or something. Like, you can't just keep hitting these strange crosses in the box. But yeah, still a good player and whatnot. But yeah, very, very off day for me.
Yeah, 1. Any disagreements? I'm happy with a 1.
Yo, listen, Jeff. You hit the nail on the head. But there's one thing that's missing, because yeah, he needs a lot more variations, but he kind of does have a variation in his crosses. He just doesn't have any intelligence behind it. Yeah, he knows how to hit them in everything, but he doesn't know when to do it. You know, he has no. It's like he doesn't learn. It's like he doesn't look up all the time. He doesn't pick someone out and say, "I'm aiming for you." Instead, he goes, "Oh, I know if I hit it hard and low, that's what I'm supposed to do. Or I know if I cross the ball at this certain height, that's what I'm supposed to do." But he's not looking to see where the players are to actually choose what type of ball he should do. And he's not analysing the defenders as well. Like you're saying, Chelsea players are really good in the air. You need to be able to put it in a place where they're uncomfortable, around their shins, around their knees. You know what I mean? So where they can probably draw a foul. You know what I mean? Have a wild swing at it. So yeah, it's about intelligence on the pitch as well. Didn't really show too much of that.
Another thing as well, because that's a very good point. I wouldn't bet my house to put to play it to Martinelli when he's the only striker we have. Maybe if you had a Lukaku kind of player, then it makes sense, right? But if you're going against Rudiger, was it Christensen? How do you say that?
Yeah, Christensen as well. Yeah,
he's an underrated guy, but he's quite a quality defender. You know, he's a quality defender. I think he slept on, and Aspie as well. You know, you can't be crossing them in 3 against 1. You know, that's why I said we should play into it and then go from there. But oh well, shit happens. You know.
Yeah, man, it's just one of those things where I agree with both of you. I think Tierney gets into a lot of good play positions, and he can do the high cross and the low cross. He just seems to always do the opposite of what's needed sometimes. And like you said, sometimes it's very easy to cross the goal in the box and say you should have been there. But no, sometimes you make runs because you want to be seen. So you don't just cross the ball in because you think someone should be there. Have a look at the runs that we're making and then clock the pattern of it. Don't just start whipping. Yeah, so I agree with that one. That's a very good point. I love Tierney, but that was his worst game in an Arsenal shirt. If Arteta had matched Chelsea formation, we would have seen a different Tierney. Probably a wing back, he would have been better, but no.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
That's a different thing. Yeah,
I agree with that. I think he's a sick wing back, man. I think he's a sick wing back. Right back, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't sit here and dig him up. Ever.
He would have had an excuse if he was a wing back for being out of position so much. You know what I mean? He would have been looking at Xhaka. Why you're not covering? That's your position. You know that in the defense you're supposed to swing there. You know what I mean? But no. Can't be failing. You can't be failing in your number one position.
Yeah, fact.
Nope, you cannot. Let's rattle through the rest of them so we can get on to the other games quick. Who's next? Saka Rash.
Oh, Saka. So I heard you man slaughtering him after
that was me. That was my fault.
Yeah. I heard you killing him. I didn't. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was that bad. Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. But he did have his dodgy moments. He did have his stupid moments as well, where he put us under a lot of pressure. And he did play as if he was someone who didn't want the ball. Do you know what I mean? He was hiding behind a lot of players. He was calling for the ball, but then at the same time running behind the player or getting a bit too close to the player. No one's not going to pass to you when you're in a jam. You're not going to turn. If you turn, you're just going to drop on the floor and try and get the foul. Probably not get it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he's I think he just had he had an average Saka day. Yeah, he gets a 5.
Okay. Any disagreements? I'd have given him a 4, but 5.
I was gonna give him a 5 and all. Just based off he does what Saka does. Like he wasn't one of the worst players personally. I understand the argument that you're in midfield, you're meant to make shit happen, but for me it was 2 against 4 in midfield, in my opinion, in the way they came in, because Reece James kept coming in. I know who's that left back again? Alonso. He came in sometimes. He kept on that whole wing to himself. That's what he loves to do. He don't want to come in. So for me, it was 4 against 2. And when you receive the ball from midfield, you've got to play it smart. Either pass it back quickly or make something happen. And Saka attempted to do that, whether he accomplished it or not. It needs to be seen, to be fair. But for me, he didn't deserve the slaughter that you man gave him, to be fair.
do you know what he did deserve? Yeah, do you know what he did deserve? Yeah, Jay. Yeah, is the fact that we all watch football, so we know that Jorginho, he's a quality player, but only a quality player when you give him the time and the space to be that. When you put him under a bit of pressure, he can't do much. He gets closed out of a game. Yeah, it's like the clouds closing out the sun. Some shit day. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So one thing you should have known is that get tight, make his life a misery. Stop all this backing up stuff until you get to the edge of the box, and then all of a sudden you want to do something. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or tell your fellow centre midfielder, look, every time he gets the ball, let's rush him. Make him make a panic pass. Make him aware that he's not going to get no time on the ball, so that they go through a different channel, a channel that we can probably deal with. But you need to be a bit. I don't understand how you can be a midfielder, a centre midfielder, without the mentality that this is my midfield. No one can play through me. I don't understand that. I can't see that mentality through these midfielders. Like, this is supposed to be my domain. Like a goalkeeper saying, this is mine. You're not getting no balls through here. But as a midfielder, you're supposed to say, this is my domain. I'm supposed to be dominant here. You're supposed to know who the daddy is here. And you just don't see that. You got people backing off like they're supposed to be centre backs. He's not a centre back. Why is he backing off for? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he's lacking a bit of aggression.
The same thing could be said. Like, you see how everyone's like, some people say Tierney's out of position because Arteta could be telling Saka to do it. We don't know. Do you know what I mean? So this is. I'm not trying to defend the guy, but he does get a lot of stick for when Arsenal lose. And I've got to be totally honest. I was watching a few Arsenal channels, to be fair, recently, and he was getting slaughtered. And I was thinking, Geezer just played normal football. He didn't play best. He didn't play good. He didn't play nothing like Euros. But he wasn't also shit. Him and the combo was doing exactly the same thing. He was doing his left foot, he was doing the right foot, in my opinion. A lot of them said, he didn't get forward. He didn't play any balls forward. Like the ball that went to Saka where he got fouled, I'm sure that came from him. I don't know if it's a pen or not. I don't think it was a pen, but we'll leave that there. But for me, Saka was actually trying to make shit happen. I know fans hate him, so he's never going to get the praise he deserves, but it is what it is,
Yeah, I think with Saka, people are just tired of him. I think that's what it is. People are just tired of him. So it's the fact that he literally said he wanted to go to Rome, and now he's captain, and people are just like where is the accountability at this club? But I think that's why sometimes he will get more criticism than you might think. Oh, he just had another regular Shaka game, but then
I hear that.
after 5 years, that regular Shaka game becomes kind of annoying.
Most people wouldn't even own up to what you said there. You're like, he wanted to leave and now he's captain. You don't understand it. Most people wouldn't even say that. People would just get onto him and just like for the sake of it, just because he's the easy target when there's other players that will shit. So,
do we think he was just average though, or do we think he was really bad? Because
I thought he was bad. That's why I would have given him a 4. I thought he was bad.
Do you feel like he was playing how he played all the time?
Yes, bad.
But that's average for him then.
No, bad. You said, do I think he's playing how he plays all the time? Yes, bad.
Yeah.
Because if your job in that midfield, that you're the senior midfielder, you're tactically adept. That's why you play. That's why the managers keep picking you. Like Wenger picked you, Emery picked you, Arteta picked you. Like I say it a lot of the time, he like helps and hinders Arsenal at the same time. But if your job, like, because that was his job at the start. Even Gary Neville said it, like 10 minutes in, it was stopping the balls to Lukaku. It happened for a little bit. He was scanning those passes, he was screening well. And then for the remaining 80 minutes, you weren't doing it. So if you were doing it for 10 minutes out of a 90-minute game, a ninth of the game, that means the manager told you to do something. So you're aware of what you need to do. You just didn't do it for 80 minutes. So it's regardless of his forward passes, like his forward passes, like sometimes they're all right, but there's occasions sometimes where he's switching, like, and you don't need to hit a 40-yard pass to show us that you can switch, because we know it. Like, play it to the guy 15 yards away and let him do it or pick what he wants to do next. But when you're then hitting those kind of needless cross-field passes some of the time, and then you're not doing your defensive duties, like you deserve all of the criticism you're getting, really. Like, I can't then just say that it's unwarranted criticism, because if we're judging it on a game by game basis, there's a lot of PC for me to give him the guy criticism.
Yeah, I was going to say, why do you think Xhaka keeps getting picked by Wenger, Emery, now he's being picked by Mikel? Like, what is it? Because I stand even us lot, we know, like, we're not stupid here. We know he's not good enough for Arsenal. He's like he's an Italian league kind of player, a slower league kind of player. Let's be real here. But obviously he's on our team, so we kind of got to support him. Well, some of us choose to support him. But why do you think he keeps getting picked? It's kind of crazy, don't you think?
It's weird. I feel like it's because Arsenal as a club are scared of competition, and we don't like to have more than one player who can actually challenge for one slot. So I think with Xhaka, they thought, he's going to be a mainstay. Let's ride him out until it's obvious that he's failed. It was obviously failed to me after 1 year, but 5 years later, he's still here. Like I said, Bakayoko at Chelsea failed 1 year, hasn't played for Chelsea since. It's just that simple. They spend the same money on Bakayoko that we spent on Xhaka, and Bakayoko looked like a beast in France for Monaco. Yeah, he went to Chelsea, didn't look that good. And they said, you know what? F all this. See you later. Like, you just have to know when to cut your losses sometimes, because sometimes, it's a tricky one. But I'm conscious of this time, so let's rattle through these ratings so that we can get on to United. So who's next? So we did Xhaka. So Jeff, give me Lokonga.
Probably go over 5. I respect the guy's like bravery on the ball for like his age, being in a new league. Like, he's not afraid to get on the ball and try stuff. Again, he wasn't the best of displays. Like, Chelsea just overran us in midfield, so he did look slightly out of his depth, but that's to be expected as a 21-year-old who really isn't meant to start. He's meant to be one who's maybe next year he should start, but gave a decent account of himself, didn't do himself any harm. I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I thought he did try really hard. So big up Lokonga. Jalil Pepe.
Gotta give him a 2. Can't say too
Two.
much. I don't say we've already. I think we already spoke about him enough.
Yeah, I'm not mad with a 2. Rash Smith Rowe.
You know what? I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I'll give him a 6 because you know what? He was working hard. He was being creative. Like he was taking on people. He was probably one of the only ones who showed that he wasn't afraid of the Chelsea team. Put them under pressure whenever they could. He was very positive, as Jalil said earlier on. Like, yeah, man. It didn't come off for him too much. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't do too much as well, but you know, yeah, I think like he's the one thing I like about him is that he always tries. Do you know what I mean? You can always see that there's an effort from this guy, regardless. He doesn't take that he's beaten, and I like that about him. So yeah, I think he played well. I think he should get a 6. It's too bad he didn't have the people around him to
help him.
Yeah, to maximize that. You know?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think him and Lukonga were probably the best players yesterday.
Yeah.
Again, that's true. Just like the Brentford game.
Just on Smith Rowe quickly. I don't really like giving attackers over ratings, but for me, 6 is actually a perfect rating for him just because he played at his socks, like Rash said. Like for me, when it comes to attackers, for me to give you actually a good rating above average, which 5 is average, 6 could be average, but 6 could be good average, if that makes sense.
Just above average, just above average.
Just above average. Smith Rowe was definitely above average for me. Even though I would argue Lukonga was a bit above average as well. We could have given him
He could have got 6. He could have got 6.
I'm not mad at that kind of stuff because when you see people actually, regardless of the team playing poor, but you're still playing to your ability, even better, playing at your socks and showing, as I said, you're actually trying. It's not like you're playing, but you play to your ability. No, you're actually trying to make shit happen. I'm not gonna argue with 6, man. Never.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at all. Who's next? Saka, Jeff.
Love him, but yeah, probably a 2 or 3. But there's reasons behind it. Like he's tired. I think I said it yesterday too. I think it's too much football in a year for a 19-year-old. Like it's just a lot of football, and then off the Euros as well. He's probably just drained because even that one-on-one he had, like I can't remember who he was against, but in normal circumstances, like Aspie is a very, very good defender. You expect at least half a yard shot on target, and in normal circumstances, you probably would have done it, but just looked a little jaded, a little tired. Like outside of the not tracking back, because I think he was told to not track back. He just his attacking duties, he just wasn't firing on all cylinders.
Energetic, yeah.
Yeah, he just needs. Yeah. If we had all players fit, he would need rest. Like even like a Martinelli, I know we're gonna get to him. Another one who just needs rest to me. Like that's why I think these young players they're able-bodied and whatnot, but just the nous of knowing when to get around the pitch is kind of a major thing, innit? Like when you're 19, you think you can just do everything, and it just doesn't work like that. And if we don't rest him soon, he will get injuries.
Yeah, fair point. And then finally, Martinelli, Jalil.
Yeah, I mean Jeff just summed it up there for me, man. He's gonna have to hold a. He can hold a 1. He can hold a 1. Because
he's lucky to get that because I barely saw him.
He's lucky. He could have got another 0.
Barely saw that guy.
0.
Yeah, barely saw him.
Jeff said it a couple weeks ago. Rest him, and I'm like, no, play him. It makes sense now. The kid's all fucking. He just wants to play ball. You can tell because remember him, Gabriel, Martinelli, and Gabriel both centre back both went to the Olympics, and one's being listed and one's not. He's
injured. He's injured. Gabriel's injured.
He's injured.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like if that happens, Martinelli's gonna get injured. But you can just tell the Brazilian in him just wants to kick ball, like the Ronaldos, the Ronaldinhos back when they were kids. You see videos of them. They just want to kick ball. They don't care.
Careful to throw out those names. Careful
What?
about those names of Martinelli, bro. I'm just saying.
This guy doesn't want to hear no names. It's no matter what the context is.
It's not for me. It's not for me. Like, you saw
Yeah.
Ed last week.
Yeah.
You saw Ed last week talking about the new Kaka with Martinelli. He clearly thinks we said that.
I don't know
who said
he
it.
made that out of nowhere. I just ran with it.
Listen, I'm just saying, guys, moving forward, be careful when you just start throwing out names.
What I'm trying to say is the passion. When you're Brazilian, you got that passion just you don't really care. Like, these guys go from club to club. When they're at that peak, they went to the biggest club. When they're at a low, they still wanted to play football. You got what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that was wild, man. I wasn't trying to do no comparison, but I swear, but I was trying to say the passion.
Here he goes.
Look
Told you.
Martinelli's the new one. I didn't say it.
Aye. Ed saying, hey, I actually love Smith Rowe. He reminds me of a sped up version of Kleb. Hey,
Yeah.
Kleb was a player, man. If Smith Rowe can be as good as him, I'll be happy with that. We got Fadzley. Hope you're good, my guys. Saying if Arsenal keep their players, they can make top 6 next season, and at least they can have a chance in the playoffs to get immediate promotion back to the Premier League. Big up, my guy. Big up. Still, I rate that. Still, I like how you articulate that one. Listen, people. It's been about an hour of Arsenal talk. It's been kind of depressing. If you're an Arsenal fan, hope it's made you feel better, because I don't think it's made any of us feel better. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, Arsenal are dominating the news right now, always for the wrong reason, it seems. But yeah, let's shift the focus. Let's move on to Man United. Obviously, they played against Southampton. I think most of us thought it was going to be a comfortable win. I think we all had United winning, but they didn't. They drew 1-1. It was a bit of a shock, especially given how Southampton looked against Everton in the opening day. Greenwood did score. Ed's saying, serious. I need to go back and watch where we ranked Martinelli in the future talents debate. I'm sure people were arguing he's a world-class talent.
That video got 1,000 views, by the way, so far. So
listen,
we might have to redo that video, because that video, people seem to like the future stuff, these kids. So we might have to, with the new kids coming in, maybe by Christmas we should do another one. What do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely do another one. Yeah, boy. Let's see. Well, I'll have to check myself where we ranked him. Maybe the conversation of is Martinelli overrated will have to be done soon, but I'm not yet ready to do that yet. But if he keeps playing like this, we can have that debate. But anyway, Man United won, Southampton won. Greenwood scoring, Pogba looked good again. Fred didn't look good. Bruno, I thought, was bad yesterday. Maguire was a bit shaky at the back. So Jalil, man, what are you saying? Like, Ed's saying, by the way, Lukaku is shit. Watch when he comes up against Varane. Hey, listen, that'll be a good battle. That'll be a good battle still. But yeah, I think I want to see him against Van Dijk this weekend. So, but yeah, Jalil, Man United, talk to me. What are you saying after their draw against Southampton? Are you still as confident in them? Do you think it was just a hiccup early in the season, or a bit more cause for concern?
I think we saw kind of like last season's United in that game, I'll be honest with you, which wasn't good to see. But yeah, just looking at the generation thing, I think one almost hitting 500 views. I do apologize, I got that wrong. Had to correct myself. But in that generation thing, I think we spoke about Greenwood. I don't know if we gave him enough respect. I don't know if we did personally, Yeah, he's one for the future, and you can tell from when Southgate got him into the England squad quite early, he's going to be something big. Just a shame he couldn't make it to this one. Whether he would have played or not, that's for another day debate. But yeah, man, I think it's just a hiccup. Unfortunately, United last week took 5 steps forward, and this week they took another 5 steps back where they were. So, got a few things to fix up on. Things just wasn't clicking. Goals were going in that weren't meant to go in for some. So yeah, man, I'll keep it nice and short, man. They'll come back. They'll come back next game. I'm not sure who they got. Anyone know top of their head who they got?
Let me check now. I think they're at home. I think it's a relatively straightforward game. They are playing. Oh no, Wolves away. Wolves are looking a bit bad right now.
We've got to commend them, because they could. We've got to give them praise because they could beat our record of most away games in a season in a year. Sorry, consecutively. to win. So they're on 27 and they've matched us now. 27, yes, 27. So they could break
27, yeah.
Yeah, they could break it next week when we had our invincibles. But yeah, man, pick up United. They seem to be doing really well. Yeah, man, see how it goes. I ain't got too much to say on them, man.
Yeah. What about you, Rashman? What are you saying? Like, obviously, there were a few United fans saying, you see, this is why we need to upgrade on Fred. He's not good enough. We need a proper deep line playmaker. That's the missing piece. Ole's still not good enough. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, I agree with all the above.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to see Fred in your midfield. The thing is, Fred has moments. Yeah, but it's good. You're like, yeah, oh, yeah, well done, Fred. You know what I mean? But in reality, I don't understand how he is where he is. He plays for his national team as well. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, they do need I think they do need a centre midfielder. Do they have one already? Not too sure. I mean, they could just keep Matic in there and McTominay, but even McTominay, they need someone else other than him as well. But yeah, Man United, you know what Man United are good at? They're good at not losing, you know, and being able to not, okay, we're not going to win, but I'll tell you what, we're not going to lose. Yeah, that's a good ability as well to have. And it's that kind of mentality is what Arsenal actually could do with that. All right, do you know what? We might be not going to create a lot of chances, but I tell you what, you're not going to score against us. You're not going to beat us. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's one thing I like about them. And that kind of got installed in them through the Jose era. Jose, first of all, the first season was he wasn't really getting a lot of wins, but they weren't losing as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There was a lot of draws going on. So they got this, we know how to see a game over the line mentality. And that's gonna help them a lot this season. But they've got the players to make it happen. They just need to gel. They just need time. They just need time to gel.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair point. I think Matic and McTominay isn't really much of an upgrade from Matic and Fred, McTominay and Fred. It's all kind of the same thing. They just need an upgrade in there, full stop. And obviously the question of Van der Beek, you know, why is he there? Like, he's just being wasted away. But what are you saying, Jeff? Because obviously Jalil made the point, it looked more like the United of last year. And that's all we kind of said. We all kind of said that last week. We said, you know what, well done for beating Leeds. You were brilliant, superb, 5-1. But you did that last year and it didn't prove anything. Now it's when you come up against the low block, what can you do now? Like, did you see enough in that game to say, okay, United look better? Or is it just more the same this year, just better individuals?
I think a few better individuals, but it's pretty much the same. And it's just because they don't have a good centre mid or good enough.
Yeah.
Fred, I was in tears. Like, I was just watching the game. I was crying with laughter at Fred. Like, I couldn't help myself. Like, there was like a 15-minute spell where he just kept giving the ball away.
Bad. It was bad.
And then he tried to chase someone on the right flank and dropped.
This guy's evil.
Crying. I was in tears. That was when I knew Arsenal were gonna lose. I know the two have one has nothing to do with the other, yeah. But I was just watching this. I said, if I'm having this much fun laughing at Fred in particular, then yeah, Arsenal were gonna get theirs as well because it was crazy. Like, he's a very strange player. He's really good at winning the ball. Like, he's like one of those ankle biters. Like, he would just nip away and you win the ball. But then what he does with it is craziness. Like, he needs strict instructions. Like, win the ball and play it 2 yards right or left. Don't try and play it forward, right or left. That's it. But yeah, it was just more the same. Like, I think we said last week that Leeds game is suits Man United to a T. Like, Leeds are risky. Like, it's like all out attack near enough the way they play, and Manchester United is all counter attack. So, and they got the perfect players for it. You got Pogba and Bruno who can find pretty much anyone on the pitch. You got great finishers like Greenwood. So they would get goals. But this was more a stodgy team. They're hard to break down. They went 1-0 up, and then, if I'm not mistaken, did Walcott go off or did an attacker go off? Like
I didn't
straight
know
away in
Walcott
the second
played.
half.
I
Yeah, he
didn't know
played.
Walcott played.
He wasn't
Yeah,
good.
I watched
He
the
wasn't
game. I just didn't know he played.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he went off at halftime, and then Bednarek came on.
Oh, half time.
So
Okay.
when I saw that,
So did they
like,
go three at the back then?
Yeah. So you're like, it's gonna be a long half for you, because like, why did you do that? But yeah, it just wasn't great. Like, I guess Maguire had a good Euros, but I still have question marks over him, like, personally.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess I understand to a little degree, but I'm just confused at why Sancho hasn't started. I know it's 2 games, but let the guy get a run out. Like, you're kind of making it more difficult. Like, let him play. Like, I don't know why he hasn't started yet. Like, especially in a game like this, like, I think he should start. Like, I don't think Martial should start. Like, he's just come back from injury. And yeah, I have my own thoughts on Martial. I don't really need to say it, but yeah, he needs to get out of there. He needs to go to France or something. But he was terrible.
He could go
yeah, like, he should go to like a PSG or something. Which I'm aware he might be happy, because he's not happy there. Like, but Greenwood should have stayed up front for me. Sancho maybe should have played. And yeah, the Van der Beek question it's like $1 million question. I don't get it. Like, why did you spend 40 mil on this guy who was in a good Ajax team playing well, who could have gone to Madrid or someone else? And I get that maybe you don't think he's strong enough. Like, I read somewhere that he's got like a dietary plan. He's in the gym, like, he's trying to get strong. So maybe Oli has like question marks over his physicality or something. But listen, the only way for him to play or to get used to it is to play. Like, I think if you're gonna persist with Fred or McTominay, then pick McTominay. More built for the Premier League. Like, and as much as I don't like him, he's like a poor man's like Darren Fletcher. Like, at least he can offer something in the team. Fred shouldn't start that much. Van der Beek should play. They need something in that middle. Like, someone who's just gonna find those passes on a half turn. Like, Bruno has to go looking for the ball a lot of the time, and then you see him try a bunch of passes that don't always come off. But if you have someone who can find him in his actual position, then you're kind of stopping him dropping deeper.
Yeah, and I think the point highlighted there, especially on the Greenwood point, I think is an interesting one, because I think Man United have a little bit of a problem, not only like with the strikers, but I think actually getting the ball to the strikers, because Martial yesterday played 60 minutes, hardly got the ball. Greenwood scored, I think, when he was actually on the wing. Then he goes up front for the last 30. He was invisible after that as soon as he went up front. And even Cavani last year, people want to act like Cavani was good last year. He was good for like 5 games in the Europa League against wide open teams. Most of the games, he was invisible as well. United can't get the ball to the front, man. I think United, the way this team plays, while they don't have an elite manager, they need an elite front man who will find a way to get himself involved. Cavani's a bit old now. Martial's hit and miss up front, and Greenwood is developing. He hasn't played 5 games in a row up front. So Greenwood,
I think Cavani can do it. That Cavani's movement, like, a lot of the time last year, it's still sort of the best movement in the world. Like, his movement is great. It's just, like, there's a little
the ball's not going to him.
Yeah, you're not finding them enough, which is weird, because you got like Pogba, you got Bruno. What Pogba did for that goal, by the way, was ridiculous. That was dumb.
Yeah. Pogba's enjoying himself right now. I can't lie, and I think. I think right now he's just playing with a certain swagger it's good to see, but again, the old trick in the book is consistency. So that's what it's about, isn't it? Go do it. If he can do this for another 15 games, then I think we can say, you know what, that left-hand side is where he should play for United until he probably leaves next summer on a free, which is going to be hilarious.
You really think that's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Big on my guy, Antonio 9. Good to see you, bro. Fred is awful. Never been a fan. I think Oli played him because Fred has been in good form recently, scoring goals. Ollie better drop him next game. His form's definitely run out.
Listen, one game. His form's run out. It's gone.
That's not gonna happen. Ollie loves Fred.
Ollie loves Fred.
Always.
Ollie loves Fred. So
Fred,
yeah, man, he ain't gonna get dropped.
Fred United Shaka to Arsenal. Fans hate him, but the managers love him.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I think Fred's better.
Oh no, man.
You would say that.
I think Fred's better.
That's a hell of a fight.
Fred's better. Bro,
Like,
I
Fred
like
can do
Shaq in United, yeah. My God, he'll be bad.
Fred's mobile, but then like his on the ball, he is goodness me. Like from time I can cry on my own, I'm crying on my own couch, like crying with laughter about what this guy is doing. Like I think at one point I even put in one of my groups, like just laughing. There was no context, but people knew what I was laughing. Like
I think it must have been the one where he had the ball under no pressure on the right, and he literally just kicked it out of play. The guy was literally 10 yards away. He just booted it off. Like, it was just like, yo, what are you doing, bro? You are literally at the elitist level of football. Passing 10 yards. Yeah, big up Fred still. Big up Fred. Big up Fred still. Big up Fred still. Like, he gets a lot. We're not trying to kill him too much, you know.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I am.
After you just killed him.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll take it back. I'll take it back, Fred. I'll take it back.
If Shaka could catch these strays, so can Fred.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, but listen, let's wrap it up quickly on. I think Man City Norwich. Let's not even waste our time talking about that game. I think 5-0. We all said it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No surprise there.
Norwich are going down.
Norwich are definitely going down.
They're getting the hell out of it. Are they going?
Yeah. I don't know, but let's touch quickly on Liverpool because obviously they beat Burnley 2-0. And obviously, Lambs and them, man, they're saying that Liverpool are under the radar at the moment. You know, Van Dijk is playing well. Matip's playing well. Trent's playing very well. Mane's looking sharp. Salah's looking very sharp. Jota's in goal-scoring form. And even Naby Keita's played 2 games in a row, which for him is good given his injury record. They got Chelsea this weekend. Anyone moved on Liverpool? Because I think we all had Liverpool finishing either 3rd or 4th. Anyone after these first couple of games saying, you know what, maybe they can really challenge, or are we still saying 3rd or 4th is where they're at? I'll start with you, Jalil.
Yes, a very good question, to be fair. Can they challenge? I think everyone in the top 6 can always challenge, 100%. It can go either way. However, I do feel like, I think I can't remember, I put them 3rd or 4th, but I think they're cemented. I feel like the battle will be consistent between Chelsea and Man City. With the squads they've got, they're pretty much the only team you can say they've got 2 squads in terms of A and B strong ones. Liverpool's only got a strong squad and a half, in my opinion, and there's no other team that's got 2 strong. I don't think United's got a strong squad and a half. Maybe they do squad and a half, but I feel like if Chelsea puts out their B team half the season, then the A team, or if City puts out their B team, then the A team, yeah, they're laughing. But yeah, having said that, I feel like Liverpool can still challenge because we don't know what could happen, but I think they're cemented in 3rd for myself, so I'm not going to change.
Okay, cool. What about you, Rash? What are you saying? Like any movements of Liverpool? Yeah, man. How are they looking to you?
I think they're looking all right. Liverpool are looking good. Do you know what I mean? The defense is looking well. You know what I mean? With Van Dijk coming back, he's doesn't look 100%. But at the same time, he's still a figure in the centre back, which seems to needs to be pivotal in order for Liverpool to be able to play like Liverpool want to. There's some good youngsters that are coming in, showing themselves as well, showing that they've got some good talent coming through as well. But yeah, as long as the forwards keep firing. You know, Mane's back on it, Salah's on it, everyone's on it. Do you know what I mean? Jota's on it. That's what just needs to happen. Thought maybe with Wijnaldum going that it would cause a bit of a struggle in the midfield, but they seem to be all right. But at the same time, they haven't really been challenged as well yet this season. So let's just wait and see. It's early days. They've played opponents that you expect the top six to be able to just brush aside, So let's just see. I think they'll maintain. I still think they'll finish top four. Don't know where, but you know what I mean. Fourth, yeah, still. But they're playing well. They're playing good football. It's good to see.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're playing good football. I think obviously they've played Norwich, who that's why I didn't touch on them much in the Man City game, because I think Norwich, I know it's early, but they're looking at the worst team in the league, if I'm being honest.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over for them already, and it's been 2 games.
They'll probably go on a run of losses and then play Arsenal and we lose.
Probably.
We got them soon.
Yeah,
It's off. It's the Norwich at home is the first game after the international break and the transfer window closure in September. So that game is set up to be Mikel Arteta's last game.
It's
perfectly set up.
Mikel's only got 5 games left. Apparently, they're going to sack him if he doesn't get results.
I saw that.
Everywhere.
I saw that coming. Yeah, apparently, even Odis said apparently Arteta has 5 games to keep his job. Conte being reported as #1 target.
Jeez.
I mean, I can't see us getting Conte, man.
Why would he go there?
What's that?
Same thing we said. Same thing.
Where's that on, though? Is that anywhere official? Because if that's Sky Sports, then you're talking about. Yeah.
Nah, it's not Sky Sports, man. It's an Arsenal channel. There's 4 different Arsenal channels that I follow. So
I mean, all right. So you're saying 5? You're saying 5 games, yeah?
Yeah, 5 games. 5 games left.
So that's City away, Norwich at home, Burnley away, Tottenham at home, Brighton away. Yikes! See you there, Arteta.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, two bits of news. Willian is going to Corinthians and Torreira is going to Fiorentina.
Congratulations, my guys. Party time, enjoy yourselves. You know what I mean? Had a great career.
William's been a big quality servant for the club. I can't lie, man. You done well.
You and your whole 1 goal. That's it. At the end of the season where it didn't matter. Fantastic.
No goals from open play too.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't. Wow. Did we get any money for him or is he just gone? To be fair, who cares, man?
Transfer.
Whoa! What happened? He was on the 3-year deal, though. At least get 1 mil.
No, probably happened. They probably gave him some kind of settlement figure to be like, here's your payout. Now go and sign your contract.
You know what it is? They just happy to get him off the wages because that was ridiculous. Why are you paying him so much money? Look what you did to him. Made the guy all fat and that.
I was
get
fine
chubby
with
if I was getting paid that.
I was fine with it, especially when we saw in the first game against Fulham. We're thinking,
3 assists.
Yeah, 3 or 3. Then he said it's enough. It's like you got your lot. You're not getting no more.
Literally, it's like his contract was for 1 game. Bro, that was mad. And then he just decided to turn up against West Brom and score a free kick. And big up my guy TWP saying, keep Arteta, man. Listen, man. Why, I know you're a Spurs fan. Enjoy these fluky wins that you're getting. Like yesterday, you should have lost to Wolves, but don't worry. Luck will run out. Don't worry, bro. 100% it will run out. But yeah, Jeff, last words on Liverpool, man. What are you telling me?
Yeah, I think we can't judge Liverpool until they lose Mane and Salah for African Cup of Nations. It could all look great, but when that's strength and depth, Shaqiri's going, for example, he's going to Lyon. That's a decent backup to have. So that's all gonna matter when it hits January, and you will see if can they handle losing Ronaldo or not. Because Thiago is coming back to full fitness. Thiago is quality, regardless of last year being a strange season. But you're going to see if people like Henderson are getting on, they're more injury prone. We're really going to see if they can keep that up in the most pivotal part of the season. So we'll see. I'm still going to say third. It's too early to say anything else. Yeah.
And obviously, we've got the big game at the weekend, Chelsea-Liverpool at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. That should be a fun one. It'll be interesting when we get to the prediction show what we all go for. I'm not sure yet. I need to have more of a think about it because it's a real 50-50 game right now. It should be a good one. But yeah, man, listen, people, I think we're going to wrap it up there. It's been a quality show. Apologies also took up so much of it, but I think they deserved it. And when you embarrass yourself like they did yesterday, it's only natural we're going to delve into it.
Piss on ourselves.
We piss on ourselves all the time, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. But obviously, before we rush off and we have some final words from Rash, Jalil, just to give a quick shout out to one of his guys.
Oh, come on. Yeah, so I've got my boy Josh King here. I got his card here. He does it himself. He does a lot of art. He's an artist, writer and filmmaker. So if you type in www.joshkid.co.uk, you should be able to see his stuff. He sells a lot of products. Got his details here as well. So if you need any more information, shout us at our inbox. I believe it's on Instagram is all we've got at the moment. So please give us a shout. And yeah, he'll be paying us handsomely. Well, I'll send you your transfers after this. Like that.
You say Josh K, yeah?
Just Kid. Kid with 2 Ds.
Okay. Cool. I'll put that in the chat. And yeah, last words from Rash.
Yeah, so just looking around and seeing what's the circumstances and the conditions of what's going on in the world recently, and a lot of our attention is placed upon Afghanistan and especially the incident that happened in regards to the aeroplane where everyone tried to pack it and stay holding on to it, and a couple of them fell off in midair. And we pray that them souls there have mercy on them, you know, and that they rest in peace. But also be vigilant as well, okay? Because to me, this is just a big kind of attention thing where they just want to get your attention for a few moments, because the same way people was trying to escape the country, thousands and thousands and thousands of people was trying to cross the border, entering into Afghanistan as well at the same time, happy that the Taliban have taken over. So the media are drawing your attention to them for some sort of reason. The reason is, or one of the many reasons is because of what's going on in Yemen, what's going on in Syria, what's going on in Palestine. They're trying to take your eyes off of what's really important in the world and make you focus on a group of people, namely the Taliban, who were labeled terrorists for years, but in reality they were the people who ruled Afghanistan before 9/11 happened. They are not Al-Qaeda, they are Taliban. They're totally two different people. Do you understand? It's just that Al-Qaeda had a base in Afghanistan, but now they're back, and because of the reputation that they have with them, our attention is on there. But in reality, we need to keep our attention over the places where the people need you, where the children are starving, where the people are being killed, where the houses are being demolished. Keep these places in your prayers, and just remember that love always wins.
Yeah, beautifully said. And yeah, man, nothing more to say to that. Love always wins. And yeah, man, people, we'll be back in a couple of days. But until then, make sure you enjoy your days, you take it easy, and yeah, you look after yourselves. But until then, peace and love, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Salam.